Strangers, believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break. I walk alone in the night, neath the pale moon. Loving's for the fools. Baby, beware of my bite. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a creeping through the shadows and the corners of your mind. I go where the wind blows. I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a
Alright guys, sorry about that. I was just going through and doing the posts so that people know the stream is up. Need for Freak. Oh boy, isn't this Alabama abortion law? Isn't it stirring up a few emotions? Hey, women chatting them or facing or posting on my Instagram about this abortion bill. Me triggering them by pointing out some simple facts. And then apparently getting defriended by a whole bunch of women on Instagram. Oh. We're going to get to that, don't worry. But new state just signed the bill banning abortions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Post. So yeah, hey? Oof. It's all exciting. But we'll jump into it. We'll cover the news. It won't be a very long show today, guys, because I have to go and vote. I have to do my civil duty. Apparently. And I have to go and vote for idiot or retard, so to speak. Alright. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about... Oh, that's not loading up. By the way, also Emily Ratajkowski, I'm getting that name wrong, decides to challenge Nofap. But yeah, anyway. Alright, let's prove to YouTube that we can be somewhat user-friendly or advertiser-friendly. Let's talk about cats. Yeah, I'm not joking. No, look, at the end of the day, obviously, look, it's important. It's news. It's advertiser-friendly bullshit. So obviously, we have to talk about it. But anyway, let's start. So, Grumpy Cat dies at the age of 7 after falling ill. Ah, I just hate it when a pussy falls ill. Kind of leaves a bad smell. Grumpy Cat, the cat that inspired multiple internet memes thanks to her sour expression, has died at the age of 7. Well, we might know why it was having a sour expression on its face. I'm thinking the cat was probably in pain the whole time. Take the cat to the vet. Guys, if your pussy starts looking like it's a little bit upset, you want to go and see if there's something wrong with it. It makes your life a lot easier later. It doesn't cost you the house later. I'm just joking. I'm just joking, YouTube. I'm advertiser friendly, don't worry. But announced her death today, saying that she died on Tuesday, which is really young actually for a cat, to be honest. Grumpy inspired a generation of internet memes when pictured was posted onto Reddit in September 2012. It is estimated her foul face expression has earned her owner Tabitha around $100 million. And you think she could have taken the cat to the vet. But while she may have looked like a circus, her facial expression was actually down to deformity. I'm back. Missed whatever you said. Oh, that's alright. We're just making jokes about a pussy being upset and costing you the house. Poor grumpy cat, 7. They're so young. I know. No one likes a young pussy dying. I'm swear I'm advertiser friendly YouTube. Grumpy was born with the form of feline dwarfism, which as well as making her very, very small, gave her an underbite. A statement released by her family said that we're unimaginably heartbroken to announce the loss of our beloved grumpy cat. I could think of 100 million reasons why they would be heartbroken. Desire came from top professionals as well as from a very loving family. Grumpy encouraged complications from a recent urinary tract infection that unfortunately became too tough for her to overcome. Yeah, I know, $100 million. Holy shit. That was my reaction too. She passed away peacefully on the morning of Tuesday Monday on the 14th at home in the arms of her mummy Tabitha. Besides being our baby and a cherished member of the family and our local cash cow, Grumpy Cat has helped millions of people smile around the world even when times were tough. Her spirit will continue to live on through her fans everywhere. The viral sensation soon became famous in her own right and made her owners millions of dollars in book deals, merchandise, and films. The jokes. Yeah, I gotta have some fun with this story. Tabitha said that Tabitha said she quit her job as a waitress within days of picture going viral. And within the first 2 years, Grumpy had made her owners £64 million. Woof! Hey Squirrel, how are you? We're talking about a cat that died. It made the owners $100 million. The cat's dead, and now the owners are virtually upset over the cat dying. I could think of 100 million reasons why they might be upset, but anyway. They have officially announced how much the tiny cat made in a lifetime. Her frame was internally immortalized by Madame Tussauds, who made a waxwork of the tiny creature. Grumpy made the long trip to London to visit it. It looked unimpressed as usual. I can't believe this is actually frigging news. However, when celebrity comes, controversy will follow. In 2018, she won a $700,000 or £500,000 payout from a coffee company which used her image. The US company Grenade had asked her owner to come up with a deal to use Grumpy's picture on their products. Does anyone else get the feeling that this might have been about money more than anything? You guys tell me what you think in the chat. There was agreed that the company would only have the rights to use the cat to sell its Grumpy as icon ice drink, but then went on to sell other products too. The Grumpy Cat pictured appeared on Grenade's roast coffee line as well as T-Search, which weren't part of the deal. In the end, the jury sided with the Grumpy Cat decisions. The cat lawyer David Gelsis said the complete victory. Grumpy Cat feels vindicated and feels the jury reached its verdict. He added, "Rest in peace, Grumpy Cat. We're going to miss you." I don't know, but for $100 million, like they say it died from a urinary tract infection complication, you think, like, I don't know, $100 million, you think you'd take the cat to the vet if it's worth $100 million. Like, this girl went from literally, like, being a waiter to having an Instagram cat that was, like, making, like, $100 million. Like, you think she would have, like, yeah, looked after that. Like, yeah. Yeah, I would have saying, yeah, I would have taken it. Jesus Christ, for $100 million, at a sneeze, I would have taken that cat to the friggin' vet. But anyway. Look, at the end of the day, what's my view? What's my takeaway on all this? The cat died. That is treatable. Yeah, it is treatable. Yeah, they said it was too late though, so she must have frigging left it for a little while. Yeah, Yeah, dude, look, guys, I'm going to be callous here, and I know, shock horror at me. I think that this cat was a cash cow. Or maybe a cash cat was more accurate. And I think at the end of the day, I think that the owners... Look, did they love their cat? Yeah, sure, maybe. But do I think they love the $100 million more? Yeah, I would say that's a safe bet. So... Squirrel, people stop me every time I take my dog out if he is as a YouTube or Instagram. He's been asked 3 times in 8 months. If he has an actor card, I'll like an absurdity no special northern entertainer. My dog is incredibly unique looking and human-like. Maybe I'm missing out on some cash. Yeah, but dude, Instagram that dog and put it up on Reddit. So, yeah, that would be my suggestion. Because the owners are responsible. Probably, yeah. Yeah, I would say that's a fair bet. It's a safe estimate, a safe guess. I would say, yeah. But, yeah. Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, $100 million, I would have taken that pussy to the vet. But, apparently, no. Yeah, $100 million is, I don't know, not enough, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below regarding this. What would you have done for the $100 million? Do you reckon the owners looked after the cat? Like, do you think that they were a bit neglective? Do you think at the end of the day that this is just a bad thing? Do you think at the end of the day that maybe the owners were more interested in the $100 million than they were the maybe Grumpy the cat? Look, no one's saying that they didn't love their cat, right? We're not saying that. But at the end of the day, you know, I can think of $100 million reasons why they want this cat to survive. But they didn't take it to the vet, so why not, would be my question. To be honest, maybe, I don't know, maybe they didn't realise? I don't know. Like, I'd be happy if my dog made $5,000. Exactly, yeah. And then, you know, $100 million is a lot of money. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, well, yeah, for $500,000, I would have taken the cat to the friggin' vet. For $1 million, I would have taken the cat to the vet. For $100 million, I would have jumped up on the table, meowed my little heart out, and let the vet stick a thermometer up my ass. But, you know, I don't know. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Alright. So, let's talk about the New York Times being racist. So, the New York Times columnist lauds an inevitable demographic decline of racist white people. Because, you know, there's nothing like painting everybody as a racist. Supposedly. But anyway, let's jump into it. So, New York Times columnist Charles M. Blue landed the inevitable demographic decline of white people in order to bring down the white male racist patriarchy. Blow, who's notorious for his schizophrenic obsession with the identity politics, doesn't waste any time labeling all Trump supporters as racist. In the very first sentence of the article written, the white male racist patriarchy will be declined. It's having its own president. Then he goes on to explain the thinly veiled glee at the demographic displacement of white people. We are living through a flagrant display of white male exertion of power, authority, and privilege. The demonstration meant to underscore that they will forcibly fight any momentum towards demographic replacement, no matter how inedible the math, writes Blow. Blow ends his piece by lamenting that the white America will not concede power until its death rattle. Hey Eric, how are you? We just spoke about that, actually. I did record it though, so it will be going up as a separate story, so you can check it out. But yeah, Grumpy Cat died. Yeah. Young pussy. No one likes to watch a young pussy go into... Yeah. It's just... Anyway. So what I get up to? Once again, illustrates the media's outright double standards when it comes to discussing demographic challenges or changes. The Ultra 12, the powerful B12 formula fueled... anyone on the right who raises the issue is accused of discussing white genocide and is conflated with white supremacists and extremism. It seems only possible to highlight the demographic decline of white people without a backlash if you agree that it's a good thing. I like that idea. I like that idea. Yeah. I was thinking about putting a photo up of my cat later. But yeah, guys, look, at the end of the day, I do think that this is absolutely ridiculous. The fact that they can literally sit there and say, for example, that, you know, like the inevitable decline of the white person and label all white people as racist. Do you imagine if it was the other way around, or even just us as a white person talking about the replacement therapy or the replacement theory? We are labeled alt-right or white supremacists. So he is, you know, InfoWars is right. And this is obviously InfoWars. InfoWars is actually right when they turn around and they say, for example, that there is a replacement and that even if we talk about it, we are sent to the gallows, so to speak. But yet, apparently, this guy can go through and talk about it as much as he wants and there's no problem whatsoever. So there is that double standard. I totally agree with it. And I think it's absolutely disgusting. But, you know, hey, are we not surprised that there's a double standard in the media? So... But yeah, apart from that, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below regarding that. Alright. So let's talk about Facebook suspending Candace Owens from saying liberal policies incentivize fatherless homes. So when a black woman begins discussing the truth, which is that liberal policies have systemically ruined black homes, they censor. This is also written by Paul Joseph Watson too. God, he does his fair bit of right, doesn't he? Facebook has truly jumped the shark. The social media monopoly has suspended activist and commentator Candace Owens for the crime of claiming that liberal policies incentivize fatherless homes in the black community. Owens was hit with a 7-day ban for posting "Black America must wake up to the great liberal hoax. White supremacy is not a threat. Liberal supremacy is." She then included a screenshot of a tweet which pointed out that the poverty rate amongst married blacks is at 7% compared to 22% for blacks generally. My at Facebook page has been suspended for 7 days for posting that white supremacy is not a threat to black America, as much of the father absence and killing and liberal policies and that incentivize it are, she tweeted. I'm censored for posting the poverty rates in fatherless homes. So, Facebook has allowed every post that has falsely and horribly accused real Donald Trump of white supremacists to remain on his platform, said Owens. But when a black woman begins discussing the truth, which is that liberal policies have systematically ruined black homes, they censor. Owens' suspension follows Facebook permanently terminating the account of numerous high-profile conservatives early this month, including yours truly, which is obviously written by Paul Joseph Watson, for absolutely no specific reason whatsoever. There can no longer even be a pretense that Facebook is acting without impartiality, which is a Democratic Party front group. This is a Democratic Party front group, sorry. They are suspending or banning President Trump's most potent and influential supporters the year before a presidential election. And this has always been my argument. Is like people like, for example, Paul Joseph Watson, InfoWars and all that. And I've said this to them several times. They should have gone through and they should have talked to us smaller creators. I reached out to InfoWars and stuff like that, and I said this to them. I said, when they were talking about banning InfoWars the first time, get some smaller creators on there. Build up your power base. Get a whole bunch of people who are around you who have big numbers. Because at the moment, having the top 20 is great, but having the top 500 is impressive. And that's the thing, right? At the end of the day, it's not going to cost you subscribers if they find someone else to listen to. People that listen to me will go on and listen to other commentators as well. I do it myself. So at the end of the day, just because you're not subscribed to me doesn't mean that you're not going to. Sorry, just because you subscribe to me doesn't mean that you're going to unsubscribe, or you are going to unsubscribe, I should say, from someone else. So this whole argument of not sharing resources and stuff like that, it's ridiculous. It really, really is. InfoWars, Sargon Avocad, Count Dankula, all these guys should have been reaching out to smaller YouTubers. But they chose not to. And now that those guys are falling, there's no one left to back them up. Because they've taken down the heavy hitters. Instead of taking down 50, they should have had to take down 500. It would have been a lot tougher fight. But, you know, hey, what do I know? I'm just some dumb YouTuber, right? But anyway. The media freak out over a few Russians buying Facebook ads. They call it election meddling. This is election meddling. We need a huge investigation, antitrust laws immediately. There has to be, otherwise Trump can wave goodbye to the Oval Office in 2020. I think he's right. I think he is dead on right too. At the end of the day, if Trump does not go through and hurry up and do something about this censorship, there's going to be no one left to stand up for him. There's going to be no one left to correct the record when it comes to the leftists. And after they've done with InfoWars and everybody else and all the other big YouTubers, they're going to come after me. More than they already have. So, yeah. Obviously, guys, at the end of the day, if you want the opportunity to sort of beat them or something like that, I suppose liking this video is obviously a great place to start. Sharing this video, sharing it on Facebook, Reddit, and Twitter. Retweeting my stuff is always a good way too. If I get more exposure, it's going to be harder to take me down. And at the moment, there's not a lot of people that are sticking up for me. Or for any of the other small YouTubers either. So, if I was Candace, I would sue the shit out of them. Yeah. I don't know if she can. Like, you know, that private platform argument is actually valid. So, yeah, I don't know if you could sue them, but, yeah. If Candace Owens was white, she would have got a lifetime ban for that post. That's true. She probably would have. I think her black victim card is still somewhat valid in this situation. Not saying she uses it, but yeah, they do see her still as black. Following assault from social media on the center and right. Trump tip. First time for Google account was required to access the Android app market before it became Google Play. I played the original. Okay, yeah, nice. All right, but yeah, apart from that, guys, look, at the end of the day, what's my view on all this? Look, yeah, you're probably right. If at the end of the day she had been white, she probably would have been banned by now. Yeah, that was yeah, that we fixed that. That was yeah, up the top, guys, on the chat. Make sure that there's a drop down box and it says top chat or live chat, I think it is. Make sure you're on live chat, because that will actually go through and show you the whole lot. Yeah, exactly. But as for this, look, Candace Owens, I think she would have been banned if she was white. I think the black victimhood is still somewhat valid in this argument. Do I think that Facebook is banning her because it's her conservative values? Yeah, I think at the end of the day, this is Facebook trying to push back against her, because they want to make sure that at the end of the day that they don't have a voice. They don't have a way of fighting in 2020. And Trump does need to do something regarding this, and he is slowly. I really wish he would do something faster. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Alright, so I'm going to butcher this name, but Emily Ratajkowski, I'm getting that name wrong, I really am, posed nude to punish old white man for Alabama abortion law. This is not having the effect that you think it's going to have. Okay, this makes me want to vote for abortion law. I'm sorry, if your idea is that if every time someone votes for an abortion law, you're going to upload nudes of yourself, please keep voting for these laws. Hell, what do we get when they overturn Roe v. Wade? Do we get a full spread? Like, but at the end of the day, like, I've got the photos, and I'm pretty sure I can show them. So let me see, because they're not. She is covered up in them, so you don't actually get to see anything. Yeah, I don't see how it's punishment either. Yeah, oh yeah, she's really healthy looking. Like, I'm giving her 3 thumbs up, right? Yeah. Emma, if you're ever interested in a red panda, come and see me, babe. I can't bring it up. Let me see if I can bring it up on the other window. News. Alright, where are they? Here we go. So anyway, we'll go through the article. Beautiful model, Emily Ratajkowski, I'm getting that name wrong, posed nude to photograph of herself on social media on Thursday to protest the Alabama Human Life Protection Act, the strictest abortion law in the nation. Oddly enough, Ratajkowski was a specific targeting of the 25-year-old white men who voted for the ban with her nude. Sorry. Oddly enough, Emily, I'm just going to call her Emily because I can't pronounce that name, was specifically targeting the 25-year-old white man who voted for the ban with her nude posts. I don't get that. The Alabama Life Protection Action was signed into law on Wednesday by Governor Kay Overy, a woman, which is true too. But anyway. The law totally outlaws abortion, save an exemption for the life of the mother, and it targets third-party abortionists with life in prison for carrying out the illegal abortions. This week, 25-year-old white men voted to ban the abortion in Alabama, even in the case of incest and rape, which I do disagree with, but anyway. She captions a photo of herself. These men empower and imposing their will onto our bodies of women in order to uphold the patriarchy and perforate the industrial prison complex by preventing women of low economic opportunity to the right to choose not to reproduce. Which is kind of a stupid argument, because if you want the right not to reproduce, maybe that choice should be done in the bedroom. Like, this is the thing, right? They always go on about abortion is supposedly a fail-safe, right? Abortion is something that if, oopsie, it does happen, even though it wasn't supposed to, we can then use it as a way of continuing. That, you know, like, for example, you know, like, hey, look, shit happens. We did all the We did all the protections. It still failed. I still got pregnant. I still can't afford it. Maybe I can abort. The thing is that the left or the Democrats are now treating it like it's a form of contraception. It's now a case of, for example, here, she literally says, imposing their wills onto the body of women in order to uphold their patriarchy and perpetuate the industrial prison complex by preventing women of low economic opportunity the right to choose not to reproduce. That's okay, Squirrel. Welcome to the party. The videos that we've already done are going to be uploaded separate anyway, so you can just check those out. There was about a grumpy cat that died, and Facebook banning Candace Owens, and also New York Times is racist. But anyway. But yeah, so like she's saying that they are preventing the women of low economic opportunity the right to choose. No, you have the right to choose. It happened in the bedroom. It was something that you... This article is not loading and it's annoying me. It is something that you should have made long before you started going through and getting an abort. Like, it's just... It seems like they totally jumped the shark on this. It seems like it's no longer a fail-safe, a stopgap, whatever you may want to call it. It seems like now it's more a case of, I want the right to have an abortion. So, I don't know, guys. It's just... Just go make sure you change the chat. Yep, okay, cool, yep. I'm trying to fix my screen too because it is causing problems. I can't seem to load that other article of hers. So, let me go through. I don't have to shut down Firefox because at the end of the day, it's got all the tabs and everything open at the moment, so I don't have to do that. Look, I might just put a link in the photos below, so you guys can just check them out if you want. They're pretty good. Yeah. Not gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna deny it. She's fit. Let me see if I can drop the bitrate right down for a sec. And alright, let's see if this works. No, I think I completely broke it. Good on Firefox! Yay! Alright, apparently it's busted. Firefox has literally crapped itself. So we're gonna go through. I'll put a link to the description below, guys. Look, at the end of the day, she's fit. Actually, let me see if I can bring them up on the other screen and. No, Firefox is fucking shit. Alright, apart from that, guys, look, I will bring them up on the screen here. Let me just bring them over. Copy link address. Even the story's gone. Look, I'm just going to put a link to them in the description below. I'm using Brave after... Yeah, I haven't had a chance to have a look at Brave yet. Satellite, we really wish you'd jump in chat sometimes, man. I've been meaning to look into it. I just haven't had a chance. So... yeah, here it is here, brave.com. Did Satellite give you a referral code for that? I know there's some sort of cashback something if you get a referral code. Let me know in chat if he gave you a referral code for that. Apart from that, guys, obviously, look, we'll wrap this up here. I might redo the story anyway. You can use Gal Dissenter plugin on it too. Yeah, I've been meaning to switch over to Brave, to be honest. Firefox is pretty shit, but yeah. I can download it. Downloads. Save. And apparently it's got 2 minutes to install. So what I might do, guys, is I might go through and switch over to Brave. So, alright. We might redo this article actually. Because it's fucked up and yeah. So, and plus it's a good article for us to go through and talk about because it probably won't get demonetized. So no, he did not. Oh, okay, no worries. All right, he mightn't have a code. All right, what we'll do is we'll go on to the next story, and then we'll come back to this. Because yeah, like I said, I want to talk about it. All right, let's talk about the abortion. So, Missouri lawmakers ban abortions. All right. Missouri lawmakers ban abortions after 8 weeks of presidency as Mike Pence praises Alabama's near-total ban for embracing life and accuses Democrat-led states of backing extreme laws. I just want to say for the record that this whole abortion thing started because the Democrats decided to jump the shark and go pro-choice to the extreme. So yeah, if you want anyone to blame for this, the Democrats actually kicked it off, not the Republicans, as far as I know. As far as I know, the first people that went through and tried to change Roe v. Wade was actually the Democrats. Alright, next. Settings. Go. Make default. Next. Choose theme. Just leave it as that. Next. Alright. Yay! It works. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, I do have Brave up and running now. So, what I'm going to do, guys, is just quickly switch everything over to that. Sorry for the production meeting, guys. There we go. Alright. Okay, I'm done. Alright. So let's go through now and change that to Brave. Ah, crap. Properties. OBS is not going to work with it because I have to. Alright. So Brave won't work because it's not running in administrator mode. I need to go through and actually change that. Alright. So, alright, let's start this again. God damn it. Here we are. This is it. Alright. Alright, let's start this again. So I can't use Brave at the moment because it's not running as administrator, and oh god, it's just a pain in the ass to do this sort of stuff online when we're doing a live stream. Alright. Cancel. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. I'm just trying to get it to flick over to, yeah. Few days. Yeah, trip, few days. I think I put it through last weekend. So, about a week. It just goes through, tells you the times that the live stream is up and everything like that. I'm trying to hack the FBI. Don't joke about that. Alright, let's go through. Let's talk about this. Okay, so we'll just redo the story and then we'll just continue on from there. I'm going to have to copy and paste the things in because Brave doesn't seem to be running in administrative mode, yada, yada, yada. Alright, so let's start again. Emily Rodriguez posed nude to punish old white men for Alabama abortion law. Beautiful model Anime Nariski, I'm getting that name wrong, posted nude photos of herself to social media on Thursday to protest the Alabama Human Life Protection Act, the strictest of abortion laws in the nation. Oddly enough, Emily, I'm just going to call her Emily, was specifically targeting the 25 old white men who voted for the ban with her nude posts. The Alabama Human Life Protection Act was signed into law Wednesday by Governor Kay Avery, a woman, The law totally outlaws abortion as safe exemption for the life of a mother and targets third-party abortionists with life in prison for carrying out the illegal abortions. This week, the 25-year-old white man voted to ban abortions in Alabama, even in the case of incest and rape. She captioned on a photo of herself, "These men are in power and imposing their wills onto the bodies of women in order to uphold the patriarchy and proliferate the industrial prison complex by preventing women of low economic opportunity the rights to choose not to reproduce." So at the end of the day, my argument on this is that the fact is that while she's talking about that, and we do have that photo that is for some reason not showing up. At the end of the day, this is, like I said before, this is just factually inaccurate. Like, she's saying that they're punishing the women who choose not to. The choice is in the bedroom. It's not done in a hospital. So at the end of the day, I find that the fact that you're using abortion as a way of choosing whether you get pregnant or not is kind of sick and twisted, to be honest. And to be honest, I would have thought that was, that's... Abortion's supposed to be the last-ditch attempt. It's not supposed to be the preventative that's supposed to do it. And that's why I get really, really upset about. One of my brothers is one of those so-called 25 white men. Thank you, Emily. Oh, good on you. Thank you, brother, for me. Because there's the photo she posted. God, can you please cure cancer? I have 27 times, but you can keep aborting the doctor who comes up with the cure. Yeah, it kind of makes me want to vote for it. Really? That this is kind of a ultimate fail when it comes to abortion, because at the end of the day, it's encouraging me to vote for it. People have said here, went through an abortion 37 years ago. I think I think about that child every day. Everyone should have a choice. Apparently, we can only figure out science on climate change, not on life. You go, girl. I think he might be a bit sarcastic there. Go grab him, M. Bye. It's not about your body. It's in all honesty. Maybe you should resist by wearing clothes. Abortion rights. God, can you please cure cancer? Like I said, it's a mixed bag. It's been viewed by 2 million times, or liked by 2 million likes.
Oh, yeah.
So what was that? What the fuck is that down the middle of her Ethe's somewhere? I think it's supposed to be a flower, a petal. On the bright side, at least, we now know whether she's shaved or not. It's not a case of the carpets matching the curtains. It's a case of the fact that there is no carpet. It's tiled floor. But, keep on keeping on, Miss Emily. Yeah, like I say, kind of makes me want to vote for it, to be honest. Kind of an ultimate fail, really. Like, guys, please let me know in chat. If Emily is going to post photos of this, keep posting photos like this. Are you more inclined or less inclined to vote for abortion? If this is, for example, what we have to put up with, if we have to suffer through Emily posting nude photos of herself, are you more inclined to vote for abortion or less inclined? Let me know in chat, because there's about 3 or 4 guys here. I'm happy they aren't reproducing. Oh, wow. No, not from the boobs to the belly to the bottom. Sorry? Oh, you mean there. Yeah, it's Photoshop, dude. It's probably a Photoshop photo. Yeah. I think she just cured me, yeah. Look, at the end of the day, like I said, this, to be honest, makes me want to vote for it. If my punishment, Emily, is seeing photos of you dressed like this, and I use the term dressly figuratively here speaking, I am more likely to vote for abortion. Hell, what do I against abortion? Sorry, what the hell what do I get if I go and actually? Not that I would say no to her. See, exactly, even Trip, too skinny, but not that I would say no. They're cute, but true. But look, at the end of the day, the question I have to ask is, right, if she's going to do this to the guys who vote against it, what's a lap dance? Just asking. Just asking, Emily, if I have to go out and save 100 babies, do I get a lap dance? Birthday present, maybe? It's coming up. But anyway. Emily was a voice critic of the Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, standing among other Hollywood feminists to protest during the judge's confirmation hearing. Emily is a comedian. Sorry, Emily and comedian, sorry. Sorry, I got confused because they said comedian and Amy Schumer in the same sentence. It didn't make sense. Were arrested during an October protest. Capitol Police say they arrested 203 people during the demonstration. Video from the scene show the two actresses being detained after officers asked if they wanted to be arrested. Today I was arrested protesting, blah, 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 blah. Look, to me this just seems like it's attention. It just seems like this is a way for her to go through and to get attention. That's all it seems like. It's just, look at me, I'm naked, yay! Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm a living male. Yeah, Larry, we're doing a little bit of a poll at the moment, man. Does this make you want to vote for abortion or against abortion? If you have to suffer with seeing these photos for voting in favour of banning abortion, is this more likely to get you to vote for it or against it? Just let me know in chat, man. But like I say, look, at the end of the day, to me this is attention seeking. It's her saying, look at me, I'm butt naked, I'm sexy, I want validation, I want attention, I want someone to pay attention to me. Look, she's probably not getting any... Like, she's a crazy feminist, right? Let's face it. Who would seriously want to marry it or anything like that? Like, she's probably got Blonde's disease. She's probably, pushing 30? And probably doesn't have kids. Got my attention. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, I'm going to put her on the front, thumbnail of this. So, yeah. Thank you for the clickbait. Look, like I say, Emily, you want to keep posting them? I'm going to follow you on Instagram after this. Yeah. She might be crazy, but she's still friggin' hot. But look, at the end of the day, yeah, it does nothing to make me want to stop. In fact, like I said, it encourages me to be pro-abortion, pro-life, sorry, not and against abortion on this. Oh no, we have to look at more photos of Emily being butt naked. Oh no, please don't. Wow, it's such a chore. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Personally, 3 thumbs up. If you want to keep posting them, Emily, I'll keep doing stories on them. You're good to look at. Might be all up there upstairs, but yeah, you're all down there, down the bottom, and all around the midsection. You're pretty good too. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Got my attention. No abortion. Great thumbnail. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, let's jump on to the next story. Alright. I keep having to switch between Brave because I decided to get stupid and to go through and to try and change my setup halfway through a video. But, how you live and learn, right? Missouri lawmakers ban abortions after 8 weeks of pregnancy as Mike Pence praises Alabama near total ban. So obviously, guys, we are going to keep talking about this abortion debate, and chances are it's probably going to be free for at least a couple of days. The left is sort of going all out on it. But, hey, suppose. It's just what they want to talk about. The thing that I find funny, and we are obviously going to talk about this, is the fact that at the end of the day is that there's a lot of arguments. Look, whether you are for or against the abortion, right? Regardless, there's a lot of arguments that don't make sense when coming from the left. But we'll get into that. So, Alright, so let's start again. So, Missouri lawmakers ban abortions after 8 weeks of pregnancy as Mike Pence praises Alabama's near-total ban for embracing life and accusing the Democrat-led states of backing extreme laws. So, Missouri Republicans-led House passed legislation designed to survive court challenges which would ban abortions at 8 weeks of pregnancy. If enacted, the ban would be among the most restrictive in the US. It includes exceptions for medical emergencies, but not for pregnancies caused by rape or incest. Doctors would face 5 to 15 years in prison for violating the 8-week cutoff. Women who receive abortions would not be prosecuted. So the Republican Governor Mike Parsons is expected to sign the bill. The abortion rights supporters in the Missouri House chanted, "When you lie, people die," before being ejected. Representatives voted 110 to 44 in favor of the bill. So it's an overwhelming majority. The Missouri legislation comes days after Alabama's governor signs a bill making performing an abortion a crime in nearly all cases. So, GOP determined state legislators have been embroiled by the possibility that more conservative Supreme Courts could overturn its landmark ruling legalizing abortions. Pro-life state lawmakers and activists saw a shift on the court. Macaulay Quinn, a spokesman for the pro-life Susan B. Anthony List, told the DailyMail.com. Vice President Mike Pence said Thursday that Democrats in some states are exacting extreme laws expanding on the availability of abortions at a time when Republicans elsewhere are drawing fire for doing the complete ban and the procedure, for trying to completely ban the procedure. And that's the thing, right? At the end of the day, while the Republicans are going through and actually going one way, the Democrats are going the other. That's the thing that the Democrats don't want to admit, right? At the end of the day, it was the Democrats that started this by going on about, for a start, Kavanaugh, and going on about, oh, he's going to overturn Roe v. Wade, right? Which, by the way, FYI, for every woman out there that's saying men shouldn't have a right for women's bodies, you do realize that Roe v. Wade was actually brought through by men. If you're against men having a right of women's bodies, then you have to want to overturn Roe v. Wade, because that was brought through by men, not by women. Also, that argument kind of doesn't really hold up when you literally have women co-sponsoring, co-writing, co-founding, whatever it may be, these rules as well. These rules aren't just done by men. There are women who are actually going through and are agreeing to these. These 25 men that you hear about, there are also 3 women that are voting in favor of it. And there have been men that have also, who have said, no, we're not interested. That 25 is actually made up, I think it's about 30, I think it is. There's 25 men who supported it. There was about 3 women who supported it. And there was about 2 men who didn't. There was there 50 Supreme Court justices or whatever it is? There's a whole group of them. The 25 that you keep hearing about is just the men that agreed to it. They're not talking about the women that agreed to it. They're not talking about the men who disagreed with it. They're just focusing on this small group and are trying to make it all about them. Because at the end of the day, they don't want to admit that 3 women have also voted in favor of these bills as well. So, like I said, the whole thing should, government should stay, not be involved in any of our bodies. Yeah. But then squirreled by that chance, do you also go through, and do you want them to go through and to legalize, for example, euthanasia? Because someone might make the argument that is, yeah, I get the less government argument, I do, but sometimes you do need government, and this is the thing, right? Everybody goes on about the Republicans. The Republicans want less government. They shouldn't want the Republicans. Yes, they want less government. They didn't say they didn't want any government. They just want less government. They only want government interference when it's needed or warranted. And at the end of the day, the thing is that if you're going to turn around and say that the government should be criminalizing abortion, then you're sort of leaving it open for women to go through and to be able to have the right to abort. And then how far do the Democrats take this? What about euthanasia for the old or for the elderly? Stuff like that. Yeah, Dr. Death, for example. Yeah. And that's where it gets very, very tricky. Because, and look, we know the Democrats, they're crazy right now. Can you leave them up to their own self-devices to sort of self-moderate themselves? Because at the end of the day, to be honest, I can't trust them. I can't trust the Democrats not to be batshit crazy and try and bring in some crazy laws. It's kind of sad, but, But like I say, obviously the Vice President's a former Indiana governor and congressman who won his election in the seat of unwavering conservative credentials, including his strict evangelical Christian views. This week, Alabama Governor Kay Ethe, who is a woman, by the way, signed legislation that bans all abortions except for those performed to protect the pregnant woman's health. The law doesn't carve out exceptions for pregnancies or caused by rape or incest. Answering a direct question about those new restrictions, the national tightist Pence said he's proud to be a part of the pro-life administration. Yeah. So, yeah, but then at the end of the day, yeah. See, that argument works on some things, but doesn't work on other things. Like, yeah. I know many states around the country are embracing life, he added. So, yeah, the article kind of goes on for a bit. Missouri passes a bill that would ban abortions after 8 weeks. So Missouri poised to become the latest Republican-led state to enact a strict anti-abortion law, setting up series of legal battles that could lead to the Supreme Court reconsidering Roe v. Wade, which, by the way, was brought through by the men, not by the women. But anyway. The Missouri House on Friday approved a bill that had already cleared the state Senate, sending it to the desk of Republican Governor Mike Parsons, who has said that he will sign it into law. The bill, HB 126, would prohibit abortions after 8 weeks of pregnancy after a heartbeat is detected, though many women often don't know they're being pregnant at that time, which I think is a load of crap, to be honest. The bill includes exceptions for what defines as a medical emergency, such as a case when the mother's life is at risk or she's facing serious permanent injury, but not pregnancies that are the result of rape or incest, which I do think a woman should have a right. They shouldn't have any say whatsoever. What are you talking about there, Squirrel? You're talking about with us or... Okay. You're talking about with, like... Yeah, like I say, look, I don't know. Can you really trust the Dems, though? Can you trust the Dems not to be batshit crazy? I don't know. When asked whether it was comfortable with the bill's lack of exemption for rape and incest, he said he would sign the bill because I'm the governor of the state of Missouri, and that's what I do. I pay little attention to regulations and laws. I just try not to harm others. That's true. That's true. I believe in pro-life side of the issue, he added. Parsons said the legislation meets the standards of what he believes to be constitutional for our state. He anticipated that it would be with understand a court challenge, adding he thinks Roe should be overturned. So Missouri lawmakers ban abortions after 8 weeks of pregnancy as Mike Pence praises Alabama, which is what we've already said. Missouri House bill passes bill banning abortions at 8 weeks of pregnancy. And Missouri just passed one of the strongest anti-abortion bills in the United States. It was passed 110 to 44. Yeah, it is a sticky situation. Yeah. And like I say, look, I'm not saying that women should not have the right to abortion in certain circumstances. I actually support abortion in certain circumstances. For example, rape, incest, stuff like that. Fully support it. But, at the end of the day, I don't think it should be used as a form of contraception, which is seemingly what the Democratic Party seemingly wants to push. It's no longer as a alternative to the last resort of, having the kid. It's now seen as a form of contraception. That's the everybody has an abortion song sort of thing. And it does make me wonder why the Democrats are so keen to keep having abortions. But anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this? At the end of the day, do you think at the end of the day that this is Roe v. Wade, should it be overturned? Should, at the end of the day, that people stick to how it is? Do you think that the government should be involved in abortion or stay out of it? What do you do if that's the case about then, for example, the Democrats wanting to go through and then wanting to push their own agenda in regards to that? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Apart from that, guys, we'll move on to the next story. I should probably get going soon, by the way, guys. So it's maybe one of the last few stories. We're going to probably do rapid fire ones here for now. Taiwan gay marriage. Parliament legalizes same-sex unions. Taiwan's parliament has become the first Asia to legalize same-sex marriage following the vote on Friday. In the 2017, the island's Constitution Court ruled that same-sex couples had the right to legally marry. Parliament was given 2 years deadline and was requested to pass the changes by the 24th of May. Lawmakers deliberated 3 different bills to legalise the same-sex union, and the government's bill, the most progressive of the 3, was passed. So, yeah, going to be interesting when we start talking about, like, for example, Muslim countries and stuff like that. That's a uncomfortable conversation. But yeah. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. So, Trevor Noah. Trump is the first president to actually deliver on campaign promises. The Daily Host show Trevor appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live on Thursday night and offered some rare praise for Trump for being the first president to actually deliver on his campaign promises. Noah, 35, began by knocking critics who claimed he wasn't angry enough when he first took over The Daily Show in 2015 from Jon Stewart. When I took over The Daily Show, everyone was like, you're going to make jokes about... And then one of the main things people have said to me was, you said you're just not angry enough. Trevor, where's your indignation? And I was like, what do you have to be angry about? The things are going to get right. Things are going great right now. Your economy is growing. Your president is loved. Your footprint and around the world is one that's been cemented as the superpower. What are you angry about? Noah recounted to Jimmy Kimmel. And then people had all of this flux anger and they were like, you got to be angry. And I was like, there's nothing to be angry about. There's nothing to be stressed about right now. And I was worried about that for the show. We're always angry about something. If there's nothing important to be angry about, we'll find something dumb to be angry about, Kimmel said in agreement. somebody will put pineapple on pizza and we'll lose our minds. Which is true. So, yeah. Next story, because we're going to rapid fire because I have to go and vote. Treason! Barr finds government power was used to spy on American citizens. In his first pair of interviews since being sworn in, Attorney General Barr told Fox News and WSJ, or Wall Street Journal, that he was pursuing the investigation into the origins of the Trump-Russia probe, an investigation he has tasked John Durham and the U.S. Attorney for Connecticut with leading. Because America needs to know whether the government put a thumb on the scale to try and undermine the President Trump both during the campaign and during the first 2 years of his term, just like we needed to ensure that foreign actors didn't influence the outcome of our elections. Separately, he told the Wall Street Journal that government power was used to spy on American citizens. I can't imagine any world where he wouldn't take a look and make sure that was done properly. Good on him. This is sort of thing following up for what we covered yesterday. So, yeah. We kind of knew about this, to be honest. Alright. So, we have this. Swedish teen assaulted while leaf-leaking for Populist Party election campaign. A 15-year-old man was violently attacked by a group of individuals while out campaigning for the populist Swedish Democrats SD this month's upcoming European Parliament election. The incident took place in the main square of the city of Borås, where the Swede Democrats had set up their booth as a part of their European Parliament campaign, and followed a previous incident which a teen had been sprayed with soda, the local newspaper's Borås Times reported. After the teen had soda poured on him, he attempted to take a picture of the alleged perpetrator. Around half an hour later near the city's railway station, but was set upon by multiple other individuals who began violently beating him. When they saw that he was photographing, they jumped on him physically and verbally took his phone. They wanted to make sure the picture disappeared, said Swedish Democrat local district chairman Alexandrius and Exnell, might be mispronouncing, who said the teen wanted to take the photo to give it to the police. According to Exnell, the teen immediately returned to the election booth following the attack, where the incident was reported to the police. It discourages young individuals from getting involved in politics when they are treated like this. I hope that if someone notices something, they will contact the police. I wonder what colour the people were that attacked him. And it's not just that, but also we also have the same sort of violence in Australia. Tony Abbott supporter stabbed on election eve with a corkscrew. Thank God it wasn't a leftist that was stabbed, because otherwise they'd be trying to ban corkscrews. Man was stabbed in the stomach while he was putting up Tony Abbott posters last night, while his attacker has been charged. The 32-year-old was not badly injured during the attack and was treated by paramedics at the scene. At Bellevue Heights, a public school on Sunday's northern beaches at about 8:30 p.m. The man was with others putting up campaign material for Mr. Abbott, who is facing a major challenge from the independent Zella Steggler for the seat he has held for 25 years in today's election. While plastering posters, they were yelled by another man who was walking by, the Daily Telegraph reported. The two men got into an argument before the 32-year-old was stabbed with what thought to be a corkscrew. The alleged offender then ran off after being hunted by the police from Northern Beaches Police Area Command. Mr. Abbott holds Wagra with an 11% margin, and many voters have thought that this was unassailable. That was until independent Kathleen Phillips secured a shock win in the blue ribbon seat of Wentworth. With retiring Liberal MP Malcolm Turnbull, he had a 17% margin. I believe she's actually a Green supporter. I think it was actually her Greens or Labour. I can't seem to... Brave has seemed to stop working. So... She is... Clover More Independence. So, where is policies? Federal policies. Ran an independent candidate with their campaign urged to put the Liberals last. So, that's kind of saying a bit. She later published a how to vote card giving Liberals a higher preference than Labor. Phillips became a prominent candidate by the election, and a started campaign around 300 suggested that if Phillips won, she might provide to the government. Doesn't really say what she stands for. I heard that she was a Greens, but yeah, I don't know. The fact of the matter is that any sort of violence, to be honest, is kind of disgusting. Mr. Abbott is a Liberal supporter. So if people are stabbing him, yeah, maybe it's Labor or the Greens. Yeah. Apart from that, guys, obviously that's probably where we're going to leave it today because I do have to go and vote. Pain is coming, bring the pain. He got stabbed or screwed. Oof. That's a bit rough. But guys, yeah, obviously, look, big shout out to everybody. Thanks to everybody who stayed with me today and put up with the show. I know it was a little bit all over the shop because obviously I was trying to fix Brave and trying to get that up working. I'm going to do that probably later tonight. As for me, as for my internet, I still don't have the internet yet. I don't know what's happening with it. It was supposed to be up and running as of yesterday. I haven't heard anything. Let me just double check. There's nothing here in my emails about it. So yeah, I'm suspecting maybe today, maybe Monday. It's got to be soon. They haven't even updated the website for the NBN yet. Let me just double check. And so it's still showing up as being build commenced. So yeah, they're a bit late updating the website. So chances are it's probably going to be sometime soon. Look, obviously, guys, when it goes up, I will obviously let you know. I'll do a stream just for the internet sort of thing and go, yay, internet! Also, guys, big thanks to everybody who has been in the chat for the whole time. Big thanks to everybody who gave the video a thumbs up, who shares the video, even if you're watching it later on demand. Also, if you do see these videos on BitChute, obviously please smack that like button, because these videos do go up there as well. We are working on actually going through and making it so that the website nonpartisanmedia.com will automatically update with whatever videos get posted. So that should help bring traffic through to the YouTube sphere. I'm working on that now. I'm actually working on an upgrade with someone for that. So yeah, I'm waiting for him to get back on me on that as well. Apart from that, guys, obviously, look, a big shout out to everybody who sat here through the whole thing and watched this. Without you guys jumping in and watching these videos, look, we wouldn't exist. And look, yeah, I'm a little bit. I know I was a little black-pilled yesterday. I know, I apologise. I was just having a black-pilled day. I feel better today about it. And look, at the end of the day, yeah, smack that like button, guys. Remember to subscribe. Hit that little bell notification because apparently sometimes it does do some things, but others it doesn't. And also, if you're not a member of the Discord and you want to jump in, I'm always around on the Discord mostly. If I'm not on my computer, I've got my phone that's connected to it. So I'm normally always contactable. So if you want to post stories in there that you think are interesting, also you'll get notified when we go live because the link section it actually automatically posts there with the bot. There's also like a not safe for work section and stuff like that. But yeah, apart from that, guys, look, thanks everybody. I will see you guys start of next week at times listed in the little ticker below. Apart from that, guys, have a great night. I'm going to go and vote. Enjoy. And hopefully Labour doesn't win because otherwise I'm probably coming to America. See you guys. Have a great night. Bye.